Welcome back. My name is David Tierney. I'm a web designer and developer, and I've created a series of WordPress tutorial videos. This particular video is about how to add and edit users to your WordPress website. So we're going to start at the dashboard where we are when we log in to our WordPress admin area, and we're going to go down to users. Click the right tab and take a look at what our options are. We've got all users, which will list all of the current users who are registered with this website. Add new, which adds a new user, and your profile. WordPress, the website will know who you are based on your logging in, and so then you can click on your profile and it'll give the details of your profile based on who's logged in. So let's go take a quick look at all users. You can see at this point that there's one user listed. It gives the username, the name, email address, role, and the amount of posts that have been posted by that particular user. Now let's go ahead and create a new user. We're going to click on Add New. There's two required fields, which is a username and email address. The username, once you've created for a particular user, cannot be changed. So if you wanted to change the username for a particular user, the only way you could do that would be to delete it and to create a new one. So we're going to create test user, email address, is one of my email addresses. This email address has a gravatar associated with it, so when it gets plugged in, it'll quickly associate a photograph with it. And gravatars is something else entirely we can talk about later. Name. It's a nickname of mine. Password. The rest of these fields are not required, but I recommend putting a first and last name in, and I'll explain that later. Password you enter in twice. It's actually also required. You can either tick to send this password to the new user by email, so it'll send it to this email address. It'll send the details of this new user, or not, and it's up to you. And the last option is role. There are many role options for your new user, and they are as such. The subscriber is by default for a new WordPress website the default role that's assigned. You can change that in your settings, which becomes a default role when you're creating a new user, but you can always assign it each time you're creating a new user, so it's not a big deal. A subscriber is somebody who can only manage their profile, so they wouldn't have access to the website features, adding or deleting posts or managing the website in any other way. That can be useful if you've got a subscription website where you just have people who have access to viewing a website, and only when they're a subscriber can they have access to the content of it. Administrator is somebody who has access to all the administration features. Editor is somebody who can publish and manage posts and pages as well as manage other users' posts. An author is somebody who can publish and manage their own posts, and a contributor is somebody who can write and manage their posts but not publish them. So these are all the options. We'll create an editor this time, and we'll add new user, and there we have it. There's our new user. Test user is the username. It gives the name based on the first and last name by default. There's an email address, there's a role, and there have been no posts created by this role. So let's go ahead and click to edit and take a look at what it's got in here now. Once you've created a user, you've got some other features that you can change with it. Disable the visual editor when writing. You can change your color scheme, not a big deal. Keyboard shortcuts, show admin bar. The admin bar is when we're on the front-facing website, public-facing website. You've got that bar at the top that allows you to easily navigate back and forth between the admin area and the front-facing website, and you can choose here whether you want that or not. Username. Username, as I said, is you cannot change it, so at this point it's grayed out and it can't be changed, as it says here. It's got its role, which we can change: first name, last name, nickname, and display name publicly as. Many websites, I know the websites that I create for my clients often have for their blog posts automatically, based on who's logged in and who posts to the blog, the name of that person is automatically inserted underneath the name of the post, indicating who the author of that post is. The name that's publicly displayed there is established here, and you can change it. And the options, as you can see, are a combination of the first name and the last name entered into this field and the username. So that's one of the reasons that I find it's valuable to enter the person's first name and last name here, because then it provides those as options with regard to how you're going to display that person's name publicly. And you can change that at any point. If we change this, then it would change what these options are. So it gives you those options. So let's say I want to publish my name as this. I would change it to that, and then it provides some additional fields down here. It's got the email address, which you can change, and it is required. Website, AIM, Yahoo IM, Jabber, Google Talk, and biographical information. Biographical information allows, again, back to some website templates. If you've got a blog, for example, and there is a link to the author of a particular blog post, and you were to click on that, it may bring you up to a biographical page, and the biographical page would pull the information from this section here, where you would just type it in, and provide that as the biographical information for that particular user. And then down here at the bottom, you can change the password if you want to. I think we made one change, so make sure we hit the blue button, update, and that's it. We go back to users. Here's our list again. So we're on the All Users tab, showing us now that we've got 2 users and a summary of what's there. We can always click Edit. You cannot delete the default user that was created with the website. That one is always there. So you can see there's a delete button for this new user, but there is no delete button option for this user, which was created when I created this sample website. And the last option here is to click on Your Profile. So that gives the profile for me logged in as myself, and you can see it's got the same options here. I've got a profile in there for my biographical information for myself in there. And you can put HTML code into your biographical information. So for example, I've added a link here to my website as part of my biography, so that on the website when it shows up, it would show the name of my business, and if somebody were to click on that, it would link to my website. That's it. If you have any other questions, check out some of the rest of the videos I've got in my profile. I've also got a blog with quite a bit of information in typed descriptions with graphics pulled from the admin area of WordPress to provide more detail and tips as well. They should be referenced in the notes for this video. Thanks for watching.